I am at the Allen County Public Library inside of the Rolland Center for Lincoln Research. They have a brand new display and exhibit up all this month celebrating the history of Frederick Douglass and Booker T. Washington. I'm going to learn more about the exhibit and take a look at some unique artifacts that have never been on display before. Let's do it. Joining me now is Kayla Gustafson, who is a Senior Lincoln Librarian here. Hi, Kayla.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good. Well, I'm so excited to be here and to learn more about your Emancipation and Freedom exhibit. So share more with me about it.
Absolutely. So we here worked to find and curate items that had to do with this amazing story of both emancipation, freedom, Lincoln, and some others. So in this case right now, we circle around Frederick Douglass as well as Booker T. Washington. While they were both growing up as slaves, Frederick Douglass freed himself, but Booker T. Washington was freed by the Emancipation Proclamation. And they really encompass a lot of struggling times, going from the Civil War era all the way through Reconstruction. So it's a very broad brush approach to this very sensitive subject and the celebration of Juneteenth.
Yes, absolutely. And so you all put together really cool, unique exhibits throughout the entire library. And Juneteenth today is just so monumental for our culture for so many different reasons. And so can you share more about how each of these individuals really played a role in the freedom movement?
Absolutely. So I'll start with Abraham Lincoln. This one's kind of more of a given. Now, Abraham Lincoln had a very monumental task of being president during wartime. Now, just 1 year into the war, he emancipated slaves within Washington, D.C. Then, on September 22nd of 1862, he gave his proclamation of emancipation. This was just the rough draft, and it went into effect on January 1st of 1863, which is when you get the celebration of Emancipation Day, which is on New Year's. And when that happened, it freed slaves in rebel territories. That didn't include the border states. Now, we have Juneteenth. A lot of people will ask us, well, Emancipation Day is on January 1st of 1863, but why is it that Juneteenth is January 19th of 1865. And that's because in the South, they weren't letting enslaved people know that they were free until the Union came in and emancipated them. And the last state to be emancipated was in Galveston, Texas on that June 19th, as you know. You're shaking your head yes, so.
Yeah, and I'm from Texas.
No, you know.
So we've been celebrating that holiday for so long. Absolutely. And it has, I feel, recently been more expanded throughout our nation and people learning more about it. And so I love the roots and the history that is here within this exhibit. So can you share some about the pieces? Because I understand that some of these pieces have never been on display before.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm going to touch on some of my favorites, one of which has been displayed before, and they're parked here in the back. They are miniature Emancipation proclamations that were held by the soldiers that were going into the South and emancipating different states. And they would pass them out, letting people know you are free. And we do have facsimiles of those that we will be passing out both Saturday, Sunday, as well into Monday and next week. So you can get your own. And then we also have these pieces by Frederick Douglass. One is a note from Frederick Douglass to a gentleman asking him for his autograph. Because Frederick Douglass, we know him today, but especially in the 19th century, he was known as being the most famous Black American. He had touches in abolitionism as well as women's rights later on. And this note is saying, I think I have some time to give you an autograph, and he signs it Frederick Douglass. And then in the corner, it's another Frederick Douglass signature. Right over here, we have two letters, and they are from Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington fought for the education of freed Black folks in the South and then onwards into the North. And he believed that economic freedom would lead to equal rights. And these two right here, one of them touches on his Atlanta speech that he gave in Georgia to a predominantly white audience, saying that we need economic freedom. And those are parked right here, and those really haven't been on display. And they're just wonderful pieces.
Yes, absolutely. And so as people come and experience the weekend here at the library, you all have this exhibit on display inside of the Lincoln Research Center, but you also have other activities going on.
We
so
do.
Can you share more with me?
Absolutely. So some of the things that we have going on is we have our monthly scavenger hunt that will be out, and upon completing that scavenger hunt, you can choose a button, and these buttons are facsimiles of things in the collection, and the one that we have special for this month is an image of Frederick Douglass with his signature right around the bottom.
Yes.
I love it so much, but I'm biased. And then we also have the pass outs of the Emancipation Proclamation, the miniature ones. And on top of that, we also are going to have one of your Senior Lincoln Librarians, so me and my colleague Jessie Cortese, will be out and about, so if you have any questions, we're here for you. And we do have these wonderful barcodes, so you can take some of this history home with you and learn more about the proclamation as well as Frederick Douglass.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you so much,
Oh,
Kayla,
yeah, anytime.
for sharing more. It's so important, and the history is so rich. So you all want to come to the Allen County Public Library this weekend. They will have different things going on, and you can come and see this exhibit yourself and kind of have an experience with history. If you want more information about the library, we'll have their website listed below, and we'll be right back.